Hello and welcome. It is the 31st day of March 2017, a little after midnight Eastern Time. This is the 30-minute chart for PIVX. And this is where you buy, right here, right in here. I'm going to show you why. This move in which occurred is a nice move, breaking this resistance. And notice these moves in here. This is why this is the chart that I just love right now, because when wild moves of this nature exist, then you can sell on the way up and maybe buy a little on the way down. If you buy here, you should be selling up here. And I was. So therefore, I'm buying I got one buy order right in here. Not much. I got a lot more at 75. And I want to go over two Fibonacci levels to clarify why 2 points say this is where it should go right now. This support level is around 8,000. This big resistance level where it was a descending triangle. This was a nice little pattern. I was expecting this breakout, which happened with the pattern that occurred. But the support level is 8,000. And the resistance is in about 88. The down target is 75.42. Let's look at some more key Fibonacci as well with the same high in at 8,800. Let's take this big low in at about 6,000. That was a key number. Fibonacci retracement 7602 on the 61.8%, as is the 38.2 at 69.45. So for myself, it's 12:20 in the morning as I'm recording this. I will be sleeping in about 25 minutes. So I want to make sure that when I'm sleeping, these orders come in at the best levels possible, both for upside and for downside. So how am I doing this? Well, obviously the 7,600 I expect to pierce below in the 75 range. This is where I have a decent amount of buy orders for how I'm playing this, with again one in here. And then just a small amount below that key 75 number. And because this is in at 69, I got a lot more buy orders in here again, because if this is a failed breakout, this could easily fall to 69, which does coincide with this high in here. Maybe you might even want to settle this down to 67, even 67 mid, 67.3 as areas where you're again looking to buy more aggressively, whereas outside of maybe the even 7,000 psychological number, there's no reason to be buying much in at 73 or 72, because it's probably just going to continue to go up, well, obviously lower a bit more. So now as far as upward targets, I stated in my last video about putting insane levels. I got insane levels on this. I can't take the chance and lose like I did with GNT this morning, where an insane move happens and I don't cash on it. So I'm going to make sure that within this one that I do. And as far as the up target is concerned, again, I'm really key. Why I'm slowing my talking down right now is I'm looking at this support number, and what I want to do is this key high to this key low as my upside target. And right now this low is in at 77.8. So let's check out this. $94.96. I really got to think the psychological 10K is where I really need to go. This is where I need to have a more aggressive amount of sell orders in at this level while keeping them lighter at the 91, 89,000, 80. Well, from 88, this is, I mean, obviously previous high you're going to want to have some in as well at 88. But you pretty much want to miss out on the 90s, like maybe the psychological 9,000 number you could put a sell order in. But you don't want to sell it around 91, 92, I think. And then if this continues to, say if this goes lower, let's just say it does go to 7,500. Then I'm going to put my first sell order in at about a 38.2% retracement from this level to this point. Then I'll put another sell order in at a 61.8% retracement. I'll put another sell order in at the previous high. And then with what should still be more shares remaining, I'll put them in for a combination of both higher share sizes, maybe insane levels, as well, of course, as just holding them back, because what I'm doing is I'm holding a certain amount of shares, and every time I get enough profit along the way, then I'm going to increase that number, because you have the situation where you can sell for insane values, but then you got the situation where, let's assume, hypothetically speaking, as weird as this may sound, let's assume that this goes 4 times higher and it has a good correction, meaning it only loses half its value, if not even like only a third of its value from that point, or it does its sideways thing for a few days, and then it goes higher. You're going to be glad that, of course, you have those shares. Or if it even goes up like 10 or 15 times and it settles in later, you're going to be glad you have shares back as well. So I like the strategy in selling any time I can, short term, mid term, long term, all that kind of stuff. But if you're going to be away from the computer, you can only do so much. You can't put too much short term. And this is where myself, I have to really focus in on my orders. So just wanted to go over some strategy and how this chart looks. And I'll go over some other time frames. Let's look at this on the daily chart before I leave. And this is exactly what you want to see on a bullish chart. And I hate linear. I really, really do. And this has got log scale. This is exactly what you want to see in a situation. There's an up move. It goes sideways. And here. Goes up here. Sideways again. And look at this long extended uptrend. You can talk about the overextension all you want, but as long as people are willing to buy and there's a lack of sellers in the market, which is the case here, the markets are gonna probably continue to go higher, and then the volume is ideally outstanding. Look at this high volume here. Okay, so now after high volume, are you going to crash the market on us? No, it's going sideways on lower volume. And now look at this breakout point here on this volume here, higher than these 2 days were, but it's not extreme. So to me, this looks as if it's ready to be breaking out. So the dangers in selling at, say, well, the number I just stated, right around the 9,900 mark, or going for 2 into 8, 25% gain, is that's all you're getting is a 20% gain. There's so many greater gains available, but that's why you have higher orders in, and you know what, so be it. If this thing goes up and I wake up and it's like at 14,000 and I get a whole bunch of orders sold at like 9,000 and 11,000, okay, so be it. I'll have a whole bunch of Bitcoins I'll figure out what to do with, and I'll have less shares, but it's in an uptrend. But usually if it's going to come up to this 10,000 mark, it's probably going to sell off. So I'm going to want to sell there, and then if it does, then buy at 9,000, buy at 8,000, buy at 8,500, do all that kind of stuff. and get as many deals. Hopefully, what would be ideal is if it goes way up like that to 10,000, I wake up and it's at like 8,000 again or 7,500. And then, oh, okay, I guess I can buy them back now and get like a 30, 25% gain on a lot of them and 20% gain here. That's what would work out for me. And these markets can give you those situations to occur. So that's why I love, this is a video game for me to a sense, because it's a game and it's on a computer. And it's at your bankroll, of course, is the Bitcoins that you have to go up and down. So as I'm playing the long-term game of getting accumulation of silver and Bitcoin, I'm using these types of markets to increase the Bitcoin total. And that's really what it comes down to as far as these things that you're getting in, you're getting out, and you're trying to increase the total that you can. But at the same point, you don't want to get out completely and then miss out on extreme gains as well. All right, that was a little overextended from what I wanted to because I need to go to bed soon. And thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great night and day. Bye-bye.